Hello everyone, it's vanburman here, and I nearly forgot my name there. This video is not anything specific. I'm not going around doing any sort of exploration, even though, well, of sorts. I will actually be playing the game, obviously, for your viewing pleasure, if it ever just decide to load, in case unless it's crashed, obviously. Oh no, there we go. And yeah, basically, all I wanted to talk about today was just the the impact that the game's had. I was reading an article on it, and just talking about its success. Bethesda actually published one themselves talking about it, and I've got to say, I pretty much, apart from a few negatives in there, some of which I'll get onto, I'd like to pretty much echo what they've said, because the game has done exceptionally well by anyone's measurement. It's been, they say, and it's true, their most successful launch ever. And when you consider we've got Skyrim into there, which sold a stupid amount of which sold a lot of copies itself anyway, and was incredibly successful. And for them to say that Fallout 4 is an even better is good and bad, I suppose. I guess Skyrim's probably more my sort of game than Fallout is, despite the fact I absolutely love Fallout anyway. So, I just prefer probably the style and the era, or the more of the fantasy setting of Skyrim, as opposed to the post-apocalyptics of Fallout. That's just my preference. Anyway, having moved on from, having cleared that up, because you all need to know how I felt about that. It's been their most successful launch. It sold over 12 million copies on release date. Obviously, one would assume that includes pre-orders as well. But nevertheless, it's done really incredibly well, and I'm glad that games like this, in this sort of style, with the RPG elements, are doing so well. I do think perhaps it is RPG that's maybe been slightly watered down in some very, very small aspects. I think there's definitely more emphasis on gunplay rather than VATS in this game, which I do like, because I'm doing a lot better with it, actually. Killing more enemies, etc, etc. And I've been very impressed by the game. One thing that people have been saying, or one thing that they have addressed, is that some people have had issues with the game, with various bugs. Luckily, I've not come across any of them that I know of. I think only one of my friends has even reported a single bug. Something to do with terminals. When you come out of a terminal, it can get you stuck there. I've not encountered that myself, although I've not really accessed that many terminals either, so perhaps I'm not the best person to ask about that one. And myself, I've just had the one crash when I was walking into Diamond City, so for the first time I went through the tunnel and then that was it. It crashed for some unknown reason. And so that's basically the only negative I can see. They have announced that they're going to be putting out a patch. Will hopefully cure some of the problems. Oh god, he's took a turn for the worse, or her, Wayne. But anyway, he's dead now. Oh wow, the radiation here is incredible. Oh no, what are you doing? Don't sit down. You're getting radio. You're getting poisoned. You have to go. I don't even know if all this stuff in here is going to even be...
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Diamond City is now permanently marked on your map. Oh, okay. And that was there anyway. Right, let's go. I did say this wasn't going to be me exploring, but I thought I have to do something while I'm making this video. So, anyway, yes, it's really good for the industry, for RPGs in general, that it's done so well. With, some of the negatives aside, like I mentioned, some people have been having finding bugs with the game. For its release, for the fact that it's a Bethesda title, open world, its release has been absolutely incredible, as from my standpoint, in terms of what I've come across. It's been really stable. I was really concerned that all the base building stuff wouldn't work properly, or there'd be some bug in there. I heard that there are a couple very small ones, but yeah, nothing that's really affected my gameplay that has made me thought, oh, that's a bit rubbish. And actually, it's, well, been my favourite game this year so far, which is a bit of a spoiler, I suppose. I mean, obviously, I do my top 5 games of this year at some point. This is definitely going to be up there, I would say. Some people have been comparing it to The Witcher. I don't think you can compare the two. They're very different types of games anyway. They're both set in, like I say, different fantasies, I suppose, if you want to put it that way. Well, but yeah, anyway, basically, just wanted to sort of thanks Bethesda for making such a great game. I was, always a bit. I think nowadays you have to be very, skeptical with games generally.
Blue, we're not alone
But
here.
it's done really well. I'm even considering buying the season pass. I'm going to wait to see what the first bit of DLC is like, and then I'll make my decision from there. But if it looks good, then yeah, I don't see any harm in actually buying the DLC for it. Because usually Bethesda's DLC is pretty good, as a general rule, and hopefully this game will be no different when it's ready, or when the DLC is ready, or whatever they're waiting for. Probably wait for it to mature a little bit. But I've had friends that have been putting down Call of Duty to play Fallout, and quite frankly, it's one of the best things that could have happened to the gaming market for a very long time. Like, people might think I'm over-exaggerating or that I'm loving too much on it, which you can, obviously, you're more than welcome to think that because it could well be true, but yeah, fully enjoyed this so far, and I'll continue to enjoy it. Don't even know how many hours I've put in. 24, 39, nearly 40 hours into the game. I've not done the main story or anything yet. I mean, as you'll see in my other videos, what I've been up to. A lot of the time, I've not even been recording. I've just been wandering around the wasteland, looking at stuff. I mean, that's all the places I've found. So I'm not sure. I have seen the map. There is quite a lot of stuff to find. But yeah, done pretty well so far. And apparently, there's a point in the game which I'm just about to go up to. I've been told a very tiny spoiler, and they've said that it gets even better after that. So I'm just waiting for that bit now, and obviously you guys, if you do want to watch that, can join me for that. There you go. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about Fallout, if you played it, if you encountered any bugs, any game-breaking bugs, ones that have sort of detracted you from playing the game. I think the only thing I've not done is just remembering to save often enough. I think that's probably the only Achilles heel I've had, but that's partly my fault anyway. Thank you very much for listening and watching, everybody. I'll see you all on the next video. Goodbye.